Ariski stood in his dimly lit room, hurriedly stuffing money and belongings into a worn-out bag. His face, smeared with blood, carried the weight of unspoken sorrows. Through the cracked door, he watched a child playing with a woman outside. His eyes lingered with a mix of longing and regret before he turned away, determined to escape his past. Years later, Ariski had assumed a new identity, Joris. He now worked in a lumber warehouse, operating cranes and moving logs. His life seemed routine until a man approached him one day, handing him a new work schedule that cut his hours. Joris objected, but the man only responded with a chilling smile. "Fill up your bike with petrol. Today you're coming with us." That evening, Joris kissed Matilda gently on the forehead, whispering, "Have dinner. I don't know when I'll be back." His departure led him to a secretive rendezvous, where 6 or 7 heavy bikers awaited him. A car pulled up and goods were unloaded swiftly. The news broke that Marco had been killed, and with that, Joris and the others grabbed the bags and set off. But fate had other plans. Joris's bike brakes failed, sending him crashing to the ground. A quick inspection revealed deliberate sabotage. Forced to hide, he watched the other bikers approach. Seizing the moment, he stole one of their bikes, setting off a high-speed chase. Amid the chaos, Joris managed to outmaneuver them, destroying their motorcycles and barely escaping with his life. When he reached home, Joris began packing hastily. Matilda, confused and concerned, searched his bag, only to discover passports. Joris, now out of options, confessed that they had to leave immediately. Their plans were cut short when a familiar car arrived, driven by the same man who had given him the work schedule and the bags. The man revealed the truth to Matilda. "His real name is Ariski. He's a fugitive cop from France who works for us now." He added coldly, "Rez wants your head," before shooting Matilda. When asked about the money, Joris replied calmly, "It's in the bedroom, next to the bag with grenades attached." As the men picked up the bag, the grenades detonated, eliminating them instantly. Fueled by vengeance, Joris forced the surviving man to call Rez, claiming, "Joris is dead. I want my bonus." Joris then warned him, "Take your bonus and run or you won't live to spend it." After the man fled, Joris set the house ablaze and disappeared into the shadows. Meanwhile, Rez, a powerful crime lord, arrived in a helicopter to conduct a prisoner exchange, Leno for Alvaro. But the plan was a setup. A truck rammed into the police car, killing the officers and Alvaro, and staging the scene with a different man and bottles of alcohol. Behind it all was Yuri, Rez's right-hand man, who confirmed the job's completion. Satisfied, Rez released Leno, offering him freedom with a sinister grin. Time passed, and Joris, under his alias, bought an old car from a warehouse. Leno, freshly released, reconnected with Julia, a police officer, and shared his plans to move to Spain. At Julia's house, a recording played, narrating the story of Marco, Charles, and Ariski. It revealed how Charles had once hired Ariski, despite him working for Rez. Ariski had promised to handle Rez's goods in exchange for a cut. But when things went south, Ariski eliminated Charles, marking a turn in his loyalty. Rez's ambition grew. He aspired to become the chief of narcotics. Yuri, sensing an opportunity, approached Rez, offering to take the lead, but Rez urged patience. Leno, in the meantime, tracked down Sarah, Julia's friend, who had kept his cars while he was in prison. His prized car had been scrapped, and it was evident that someone had inspected it before his arrival. Leno soon discovered that Ariski had returned and warned both Stella, Ariski's ex-wife, and Julia, urging them to prepare. Ariski reunited with Stella, but their meeting was cold. Stella called him a police snitch, and before long, Yuri's men ambushed them. A fierce shootout ensued, but Ariski managed to escape, pursued by Yuri. Their confrontation spilled into a metro bus, where Leno intervened, throwing Ariski out. Ariski stole a police bike and fled, while Leno handled Yuri with brutal efficiency. Julia, listening over the police radio, joined the chase, setting the stage for an explosive showdown. The final act unfolded with a dramatic pursuit involving helicopters, trucks, and modified cars. Leno's enhanced vehicle tore through Rez's defenses, leading them to a German plane. But it was a trap. Rez and his men emerged, capturing Ariski and holding Leno at gunpoint. Rez shot Julia and ordered the massacre of everyone before leaving in an awaiting car. Just as it seemed all was lost, Yuri emerged from the car, eliminating Rez and his men before disappearing. Ariski escaped, only for Leno to chase him down. After a harrowing pursuit, Ariski's car crashed, and Lino delivered him to the police station, ending the manhunt. Julia survived, warning Moses's, "You're going down." With Ress dead, his assistant tried to escape with stolen money, but Yuri intercepted and killed him, seizing the cash. In the end, Lino and Julia stood side by side, free from the tangled web of crime that had ensnared them. Review: Lost Bullet 3, 2025, is a gripping and explosive finale to the action-packed trilogy, blending intense car chases, gritty hand-to-hand combat, and a relentless quest for justice. The film picks up with Ariski, now known as Joris, navigating the underworld's treachery while trying to outrun his past. The story skillfully ties together past betrayals and unfinished business, leading to high-stakes confrontations that keep the tension razor-sharp. One of the standout elements of Lost Bullet 3 is its commitment to raw, practical action scenes. The car chases are visceral and thrilling, reminiscent of the best moments from the first two films, but elevated with even greater stakes. Lino's pursuit of Ariski is masterfully shot, with every gear shift and crash, amplifying the urgency and desperation of the chase. The characters are more fleshed out this time around. Lino's bond with Julia provides a much-needed emotional anchor, grounding the film's chaotic energy with moments of genuine connection. Ariski's transformation from a fugitive cop to a hunted man seeking redemption is compelling, adding depth to his character beyond mere survival. However, the plot does feel a bit rushed at times, with new betrayals and alliances emerging rapidly. The film throws a lot at the audience: shady deals, explosive getaways, and shifting loyalties, sometimes at the expense of clarity. Even so, the relentless pace mirrors the urgency of the characters' missions, making it hard to look away. The climax is especially satisfying, with Yuri's betrayal of Rez, bringing a surprising twist that reshapes the power dynamics entirely. Lino's final showdown with Ariski is brutal yet poetic, symbolizing the culmination of his journey for justice and closure. Overall, Lost Bullet 3 is a fitting end to the series, bold, unyielding, and relentless in its execution. It delivers everything fans of the franchise expect: roaring engines, sharp gunfights, and a pursuit of redemption that refuses to slow down. It's not just a story of crime and corruption, but one of loyalty, redemption, and the struggle to break free from the chains of one's past.